आवाज मेरी आवाज नमस्कार दोस्तों, वेलकम टू द 44th एपिसोड ऑफ डिजिटल इंडिया आस्क आवर एक्सपर्ट्स। मैं आपकी होस्ट शिप्रा एब्राहम आपका फिर से स्वागत करती हूँ। फ्रेंड्स, नॉट एवरी चेंज इज लाउड. सम चेंजेस हैपन क्वाइटली and in Tripura that change is visible. Let us take a simple example. Earlier, a file in the government office could take days, sometimes weeks, to move from one table to another. आज जब पंचायत कार्यालयों में भी ई ऑफिस चल रहा है तो वही फाइल अब डिजिटल रूप से आगे बढ़ रही है। एक और एग्जाम्पल लेते हैं। थिंक ऑफ अ फैमिली वेटिंग फॉर बेनिफिट्स फ्रॉम द गवर्नमेंट स्कीम। डिफरेंट फॉर्म्स, डिफरेंट ऑफिसेज, कंफ्यूजन अबाउट स्टेटस। बट अब बेनिफिशियरी मैनेजमेंट सिस्टम के साथ इनमें से कई प्रक्रियाएं एक ही प्लेटफॉर्म पर आ रही हैं। देन द स्टार्टअप स्टोरी ऑफ त्रिपुरा. All of us know that big innovations do not always come from big states. They can come from smaller states like Tripura also. एक यंग एंटरप्रेन्योर ने सोचा कि जो अगरवुड दुनिया भर में इतना प्रेशियस है, क्या उसे यहीं अपने राज्य में वैल्यू ऐड करके वर्ल्ड तक नहीं ले जाया जा सकता? And thus a journey started. Another story of a man who lost his job and chose not to give up. With the support of the women in his family, he built a business around Tripura's traditional fish delicacy. By improving hygiene, packaging, and market access, he turned it into a ₹1 crore enterprise. These are not merely isolated anecdotes. They collectively tell the story of transformation, resilience, empowerment, and supporting local livelihoods. सो दोस्तों, आज हम जानेंगे कि त्रिपुरा में आईटी और स्टार्टअप के से जुड़ी पहलों को कैसे बढ़ावा दिया जा रहा है। ये बताने के लिए जॉइनिंग अस इज द डायरेक्टर आईटी एंड हेड ऑफ स्टार्टअप त्रिपुरा, श्री जया रघुल जिशान बी. आई वेलकम यू टू द शो सर.
नमस्कार.
तो दोस्तों, बने रहिए हमारे साथ और अपने सवाल हमारी YouTube लाइव चैट पे पूछना शुरू करिए. मैं आपको याद दिलाना चाहूँगी कि आप में से ही किन्हीं लोगों को लास्ट में डिजिटल इंडिया क्वेश्चन निंजा के नाम से सराहा जाएगा. आज के प्रोग्राम को हम इंग्लिश और हिंदी दोनों में प्रस्तुत करेंगे ताकि इसका फ़ायदा ज़्यादा से ज़्यादा लोग उठा सकें. Parts of this conversation will be in Hindi and partly in English, so majority of the information reaches most of the citizens. In case you need any clarity, you have any feedback, then we encourage you to kindly send us a mail on our official email ID askourexperts.negd@digitalindia.gov.in, the same email ID that you can see on your screen. So let's start our conversation with Sir. Sir, let's begin with governance. How has e-office changed the way government departments function?
Ma'am, traditionally the file processing system is a resource intensive activity in the administration. It has its challenges like repeated handling, risk of mismanagements, and limited visibility into dependency. In Tripura, in 2023, under the mission mode activity, the implementation of e-office was started to address these challenges. As a part of this, we have taken the e-office instances of NIC. We have increased the user license to 25,000 slab. We have done training to more than 50,000 employees, and we have strengthened the e-infrastructures in across the offices, and thereby in a record time of less than 2 years, we have implemented e-office from the state level up to the panchayat level with presently around 2.6 lakh files, e-files created, and around more than 55 lakh e-files have been moved so far.
So sir, has it reduced the delays in decision making also?
So one aspect of this e-office implementation is the transparency in the decision making. With e-office, the file processing has improved. Thereby accountability has been improved, and thereby the decision making time has reduced. which indirectly and directly benefited the service delivery, and overall it improved the digital ecosystem of the state.
Thank you, sir. Sir, at the top level, how is e-cabinet improving the speed and efficiency of the decision making?
So, under the earlier administrative setup, this activity is a resource intensive activity. It has to be multiple paper based, tight coordination is required. So, the state government under the leadership has taken up the implementation of e-cabinet. We are the fourth state to implement, and so far the entire cabinet meeting happens in a paperless mode. And as on today, around more than 30 plus meetings and around more than 500 decisions has been taken. The one peculiar aspect of e-cabinet is the faster decisions taken at the cabinet, and they followed by the penetration of the decisions at the different levels of the government, leading to improved governance across the wings of the administration.
Thank you, sir. Strong systems need strong infrastructure. Tell us about the role of Tripura State Data Center.
State Data Center in Tripura was operationalized in 2010. So we had a very strong backend infrastructure, and with our digital advancements in the recent days, as our state data center, including the security aspect, was augmented in recent times, where the computing speed and the storage has been comparatively increased to not only address the present needs but also the future requirements, considering the digital advancement on the digital priority we are keeping in the state.
Right. Thank you, sir. So, I'll have a follow-up question on this. What does this mean for citizens?
So, it is not just a technical facility. It is actually the operational foundation on which the digital governance actually functions.
Right.
With a strong backend infrastructure, it means that the application which is running on the data center is running at a very scalable speed and at a very competent environment, which indirectly and directly leads to a better service delivery to the citizens across the state.
Thank you, sir. Sir, state में एक initiative है SWAN and H-SWAN, helping connect government offices across the state. उसके बारे में हमें कुछ बताइए.
Strong connectivity underpins the digital governance. So, SWAN is the statewide area network, and H1 is the horizontal version. Okay. Under SWAN, the vertical network connectivity is established from the state secretariat to the district headquarter, from there to the subdivisional headquarter, from there to the block headquarter. Okay. The state headquarters and the district headquarter has been connected with 1 Gbps uplink, and the subdivisional offices and the block offices has been connected with a range of 34 Mbps to 100 Mbps. This ensures that we have a strong network background to ensure that the e-initiatives like e-office, e-cabinet, the beneficiary management system, which we are taking up, functions as a very reliable and secure ecosystem at the district level. To add to it, as a part of SWAN project, the state has taken up horizontal SWAN, that is the horizontal expansion of the vertical SWAN, okay, where the other offices, government offices, okay, and establishments at the district, subdivision, the block has been connected. So far 600 plus offices have been connected, because with e-office implemented at all offices, we ensured that the network background was strengthened before going forward with the e-office implementation. Now with SWAN and H-SWAN, the network background of the state has been, to put in a right word, it has been strengthened, and it is securely operating.
Okay. So, like sir, looking at the terrain of the state like Tripura, if you would like to share what kind of difficulties which come up in setting up any such kind of connectivity, and with SWAN and H-SWAN, can we say that now the connectivity is reliable even in the remote areas?
There are challenges in the remote areas, but in the last few years we have addressed the areas where the connectivity issues have happened, okay, and at a steady phase the network upgrades has been done, and wherever new networks were required, it has been installed, and The places which still it is having some challenges, we are doing surveys, and in the coming days the projects will be taken up to ensure that no places are left out without any network connectivity.
Thank you, sir. Sir, let's talk about the 4G saturation project. What improvements are we seeing in the last mile connectivity?
So the last mile access has been extended by the mobile broadband network under the 4G project. More than 100 plus towers has been installed, and it has been strategically deployed across the difficult terrains. And as a result, the people are now able to access the digital services using this mobile network, like the digital services like the telemedicine, eGovernance, digital payments, reflecting a clear enhancement both in the reach and the quality of the last mile. And yes, previously the villages which were not coming online, now the projects has been taken up, and the tower requirements has been communicated with the TSPs with the support of the DOT office present over there, and we are now regularly strengthening the network infrastructure across the uncovered areas. So in coming days, we'll ensure that the complete 100% saturation is completed at the very earliest.
Right. Sir, while we have started our conversation, a lot of comments have already started coming on YouTube. So I'll take up a couple of citizen questions also. The first one is about network issues are still a challenge in some areas. What is being done in that regards?
So like I said, under the 4G saturation projects, we have been continuously discussing with the DOT office and the TSP service providers. The feasibility studies has been done, and so far we have covered, installed around 100 plus towers. In coming days, the left out areas will be covered. While the small number of towers are yet to be commissioned, the current progress has substantially demonstrated the reduction in the connectivity gaps, while the remaining infrastructure which has been put in place ensures that universal coverage is being implemented in a very short time.
Right, sir. सर, अब बेनिफिशियरी मैनेजमेंट सिस्टम के बारे में बात करते हैं. एग्जैक्टली ये बेनिफिशियरी मैनेजमेंट सिस्टम क्या है, एंड हाउ इज इट इम्प्रूविंग द ट्रांसपेरेंसी एंड वेलफेयर डिलीवरी?
So beneficiary management system is a state's own DBT platform that has been developed in-house in support with NIC in 2020. So under which state's own database, the ration card database with other authentication is used as a common identifier, where the beneficiaries are able to access the benefits through the platform, and the payments are made completely online, ensuring that duplication is avoided, and also no one eligible is left out.
All right. So, sir, इसका मतलब ये भी है कि right benefits are reaching the right people.
Yes.
And how
Yes,
is
madam.
it being done?
Because with beneficiary selection, there is a scrutiny done through the common identifier. I already told the ration card database has been used. And regarding the payments, we have been in touch with the NPCI, where the account validation happens at a real time.
Okay.
So the beneficiaries' data will be correlated with the ration card database, and also the account details through NPCI. Thereby, we ensure that the duplication is avoided 100%. To place on record, around 12,000 ghost beneficiaries has been identified since its inception, and we have covered more than 12 lakhs plus beneficiaries so far under the platform.
Very nice. So let's talk about the CM helpline over there, 1905. What kind of impact has it created?
CM helpline is one of our prestigious project. So it is a direct interface between the citizen and the government, ensuring that the trust in the governance is strengthened. So far the CM helpline has been operating for last 4-5 years, and with a manpower of around 47 people are working on 24/7 basis. It is now from a grievance redressal platform as it was started. It has turned into a active citizen engagement platform to not only address the grievances, but also act as a medium to gain informations and about the schemes or policies of the government. Okay. So far the grievances addressal percentage is more than 98% under the platform.
So sir, timeline कैसा रहता है grievance को solve करने में, from the time it is being asked and till the time the grievance is solved? So
for example, when the citizen makes grievances, it will be registered in the portal, and then the call taker will look at the grievance, and it will be transferred to the department,
Okay.
or if required to be department, or if there is an information required, the information will be given by our call taker and the grievances will be closed. If it requires to be transferred, it will be transferred to the department nodal officer. Then we'll be following up with the department, and we'll try to ensure that minimal time is taken between grievance registering and grievance closing. Once the grievance has been closed, before closing at the portal, our staff used to check with the citizen that the grievance has been addressed. After getting a confirmation, we used to close this grievances in the portal. By this way, we ensure that the quick disposal of grievances and make sure that every stakeholder has been properly informed and taking the confidence and then making sure that the task has been properly closed in the portal.
थैंक यू सर। यहाँ पे मैं रुक के अपने व्यूवर्स से बात करना चाहूँगी। जैसे कि आपने सुना कि CM हेल्पलाइन जो है विच इज़ 1905, इट्स अ वे ऑफ कम्युनिकेटिंग डायरेक्टली with our honorable chief minister of the state. So I'm sure त्रिपुरा के मैक्सिमम लोगों को इस हेल्पलाइन के बारे में पता होगा, बट अगर आपको लगता है आपका कोई दोस्त है, कोई जानने वाला है जो त्रिपुरा से हैं और उन्हें अभी भी इस हेल्पलाइन के बारे में नहीं पता है, तो आई रिक्वेस्ट यू टू काइंडली शेयर दिस इन्फॉर्मेशन विद देम सो दैट दे कैन ऑल्सो बेनिफिट फ्रॉम दिस वंडरफुल हेल्पलाइन। सर, नाउ वी विल टॉक अबाउट द उन्नति. How can you tell us about this and how is it making services more accessible?
Yes, madam. Unati is a single window platform for service and benefit delivery, which is being developed by the state with the in support from the World Bank.
Okay.
So this is a multi-channel, multilingual platform for citizens to get the benefits and service delivery end to end. As I already told, we already have a beneficiary management system, which ensures that the benefits are reaching to the citizens in an end-to-end basis. To support and strengthen that BMS, we are making a Unati platform, which will be a comprehensive solution to ensure that the end-to-end benefits are real-time, secure, and more accessible to the citizens of the state.
Right. So, can you explain it with an example?
Suppose, for example, in a Unati platform, the citizen will have its own profile. So he will make a profile. It's a social profile. So based on that, it will be linked to different departments.
Okay.
So different departments will be having their own schemes and benefits. So by the virtue of the portal, he will be able to get the details that which are the schemes or benefits he will be eligible to access. For example, a farmer is availing some benefits from the agriculture department. He will make a profile. So he will ensure that which schemes are he will be eligible under the particular department. And there is an offshoot on this. He will make a profile for his family. So there will be his kids or his wife. So if in case of any vaccination for their kids, so or in case of any health checkup for them under any schemes, so those things also will be reflected as an eligibility for their dependents in the portal.
Right.
By this way, the entire citizen, his family, they will be able to get a one-stop solution through this Unati platform.
Nice. So, sir, if you can detail out ki how as a citizen will come to know whether they are eligible for the scheme or not through this platform.
So as I already told, so citizens will make their own social profile during creation of their own account.
Okay.
So every schemes and services will be mapped from the department wise, and all this mapping will be mapped along with the citizen to check their eligibilities, because a scheme's eligibility will be mapped in the portal.
Okay.
And the eligibility will be checked with this profile which is being created in the from the citizen side, and thereby citizen's dashboard will be reflecting the schemes and services which he can avail through his profile eligibility.
So, sir, you mentioned about that the person making a profile for his family also, can he do that using the same account, username, ID, password, or will there be different user ID, password for different people within the same family also?
For example, they can have a separate user ID and password, like if there is a minor child, so they can have with a parent.
Okay.
So we have an option that on the time when they get cause 18, they will be having an option to create their own profile automatically. They don't have to come separately to create it. By default, the system will help them to create a new account.
Right.
So that the minimal intervention from the citizen side will be expected, and the maximum benefits will be ensured for their eligibility.
Right. Thank you, sir. सर हमने शुरू में इनोवेशन की बात करी थी. लेट्स अगेन स्टार्टअप ऑन फोकस ऑन द इनोवेशन. हाउ इज द न्यू सेक्टर एग्नोस्टिक स्टार्टअप पॉलिसी एंड द इंक्यूबेशन एंड इनोवेशन पार्क सपोर्टिंग एंटरप्रेन्योर्स इन त्रिपुरा?
So I would like to start with a small history, like followed by the Startup India program. The government of Tripura has started an IT ITS scheme in 2019, which focused primarily on IT-based startups. So on the success of this policy, and looking at the aspect that predominant of startups which has been registered with the DPIIT from the Tripura were non-IT based. So with the support from different stakeholders in government of India, the state government has come up with a new sector agnostic startup policy in 2025. So the policy has a very lucrative initiatives, and it has a very broad vision to ensure to make Tripura as a startup hub in next 5 years. So under this policy, which has already been one plus year, we have registered around 100 plus startups, and around 50 plus startups have been recognized, and around 20 startups approved their POCs, and 2 crore plus funds has been dispersed. So now recently, a month back, state has launched state's own incubation facility named Tripura Nurturing Entrepreneurship and Startups, incubation facility, which will again going to strengthen the startup ecosystem that has been built successfully, and to take it to the next level in the coming days.
Right. So sir, how is it benefiting the young innovators in Tripura?
From a job seeker mindset,
Yes.
they have turned into a job creators in the recent times because of the policy interventions and the support of the government. The policy from even in this aspect also, the digital governance has been further strengthened. Like we made a startup portal where the end-to-end queries, incentives, support, everything is online. People can submit their applications, people can approach us online. Then and there, with a time-bound manner, everything has been addressed. And that's why the numbers of startups in a very short period, we are able to onboard so many startups, and so many startups are already proved their POC. That means that they are ready to go into the market. So in the coming days, we'll be having a programs with different stakeholders. Like we are planning to have a program with Methi Startup Hub. We had an MOU with the T-Hub, so we'll be having a capacity building programs with them. Then we'll try to ensure that they have a better opportunity in the market, and help them to commercialize this product and make sure that they are self-sustaining in the coming days.
Right. And sir, how is your in-house DIT team helping build customized digital solutions like this in the state?
So with the digital advancements which we are going in, the back-end support team was one of the priority area of us. We have a in-house software development and software management team who ensures that a department's need or a department's requirement is converted into a digital solution with an enhanced, secure and reliable and scalable features at a very short period with a high quality output. So we have a domain experts across different developing standards, and presently we are involved in the PRAP, Business Reform Action Plan, and District Business Reform Action Plan. We are supporting the departments in ensuring that their existing platforms are upgraded and the requirement of new platforms are addressed in a real-time quick basis.
Okay.
So that the integrated digital ecosystem which we are planning in the state are further strengthened and made it more reliable in the coming days.
Nice. Sir, इसी के ऊपर if I speak about the IT ITES policy 2022, and there is this Mukhyamantri Yuva Yojana, Yoga Yog Yojana. How are you preparing the youth for this digital economy?
Yes. The one is a policy, the another one is a scheme.
Yeah.
So the prime mandate of the policy was to encourage IT companies to come into the state, and through giving lucrative incentives and hand-holding support to ensure that the service sector in the state gets developed. The other one is a scheme, Mukhyamantri Yuva Yoga Yojana, shortly called as MYY scheme, where the college students have been given grant to purchase mobile phones. The purpose is to strengthen them to get the digital access, to expose them to the digital tools, to make themselves digitally aware and digitally um, um, to put in the words like to digitally competent to compete in the market. So both this policy and the scheme ensures to develop a skilled manpower in the IT sector, and parallelly helping them to helping the companies to set up the companies here, and create an integrated ecosystem where the resources are there, the companies are there, so the both interdependent on themselves, and as a consequent of that, the service sector in the states gets more developed.
So, because of such schemes and initiatives, are there local opportunities also being created in Tripura?
Yes, actually, to put put in a words, like one of our startup got registered as a company in the ITITS policy. For example, I'll say there is a scheme called a New Generation Innovation Network, under which we used to connect with the technical institutes and help them to nurture the student entrepreneurship. How? By helping them set up incubation facilities, funding the student projects. Those student projects, we help them to onboard our startups through our startup policy.
Right.
And through our startup policy, we'll try to get them commercialized in the market. And once they get commercialized, we'll support through the ITITS policy to establish them as a company. Abhi, though the startups have already started to establish as a company now, and this is the overall circular agenda which we wanted to ensure.
Right. सर अब थोड़ा सा आपके फ्यूचर विजन की बात करते हैं. What is that we can look up and in the near years in Tripura, the visible changes?
Under the leadership, state is now contemplating to set up IT park in the state to ensure that the service sector which has been created now is further strengthened in the coming days. And we are planning to set up an innovation or incubation park in line with the T-Hub to specifically focus on the startup ecosystem which has already been created, and to further strengthen. The park will have a dedicated state-of-the-art prototype rooms, design studios, etc., which the new age deep tech startups might require in the state in the coming days. Then we are planning to venture into the orange economy. We are planning to we are in the process of drafting a AVGC policy for the state, and further we are in support with MEITI. We are planning to establish a AI Center of Excellence in the state to ensure that we are training the manpower in the emerging technology aspects also. In addition to this, we are the existing routing wars which we are doing, we are trying to strengthen those aspects also in the coming days.
Right. So since so much of work in the IT and the startup field is going on in Tripura, we'd be interested in knowing your best practices in the IT field and the social media field that the state is following. If you can detail on that.
Yes, madam. Like in the social media, and the best practice which I would say is, we have in the IT ecosystem which we are managing, and we have priorities in certain aspects. Like the one thing is like cyber awareness. So last year, respected Secretary Methi sir has come to Agartala. So under his presence and the presence of our respected Chief Secretary sir, the Tripura Cyber Security Policy 2.0 was launched.
Okay.
So that was a new policy in against the 2018 policy which we had. So through this cyber security policy, we ensure that regular cyber security related awareness months, outreach programs are happening across different stakeholders like the public, students, police personals, everybody. The second thing is the judicial usage of the social medias and sharing of contents. We make awareness campaigns to ensure that citizens share proper informations, avoid sharing the misleading informations. The next is the data privacy. With the DPTP Act coming into place, we have already sharing informations on the personal data protections and the related aspects. The final thing is that we have our own social media handles. Directorate of IT has different handles in social media handles of Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, where in guidance and advisories from the Meiteis, we generally used to share it in our platforms, and from Sumoto, our side also, we regularly engage with citizens through this platform to ensure that the cyber hygiene and the secure nature of the platform is maintained across different stakeholders.
Right. Thank you, sir. सर अब मैं अपने सवालों को यहीं विराम दूंगी and I'll go to the citizen questions because my chat is filled with questions from people. So I'll start taking them one by one. The first question has come from Sunita ji. She says the T-Nest, Tripura Nurturing Entrepreneurship and Startups initiative is a huge step for us. How the government plans to support grassroots innovators through the District Innovator Fellowships?
With the T-Nest already launched at Agartala, so we are planning to set up district startup cells across all districts that will be expanded as hubs in the coming days to ensure that the startup ecosystem is reaching across districts. So what we will do, we'll have a dedicated manpower over there. We will provide the hand-holding supports which we have been providing in Agartala to the innovators or the entrepreneurs who are aspiring to do through the policies. And also we are now planning to set up strengthen our existing portal where people can avail different services, like some startups might require financial consultancy, IP consultancies, or law consultancies, and they wanted to have some mentors. And the startups will be trained on the pitching, how to pitch, and connecting them to different pitching institutions across the nation, then connecting them to different innovation challenges. That in coming days we are planning to do it.
All right. Next question comes from Sandhya. Tripura is a pioneer in using AI-powered Bhashini technology to bridge language barriers. How is the government planning to use this to make IT-enabled services accessible to our tribal communities?
Yes, madam. Like last year we had an MOU with Bhashini, and recently I have mentioned about Unati, which is a multi-channel and multilingual platform where we are planning to integrate Bhashini into the ecosystem. Already in the websites of our state, which is being managed by DIT, we have integrated the Bhashini aspects there. So we are trying to incorporate Bhashini at the every possible aspects within the digital ecosystem to ensure that the diverse social groups get access to the content without leaving no one behind.
Right. The next comes from Popcorn Take M4K. How does the government plan to involve local youth and students in the new AI Center of Excellence? Are there specific internship or research programs being planned for us?
So the internship programs are already running in the Directorate of IT across different fields. Students with a specific domain, they request for the internship. Across our different divisions, we ensure that the internship happens. Through our NGN networks, we try to identify the student projects and the student ideas which require supports. With the AI Center of Excellence being planned, the student projects which are into that field, we will try to support them through the infrastructure which we are going to develop under the Center of Excellence.
Right. Pradeep ji is asking, under the Digital India, what is the current status of BharatNet Phase 2 rollout in Tripura? If you can brief, I don't know if it's connected with you.
Yeah, BharatNet is a project where the internet connectivity is provided to the panchayat level offices. Already the phase 1 is happening. So it was implemented through BSNL. So we used to have a regular interaction with the BSNL. So with the phase 2, the work is in progress and it is going to commence shortly.
Okay. The next is from Tripura Wave. With the third international internet gateway, how is Tripura planning to become the digital gateway?
Yes. So to place on record, we are the third international gateway after Chennai and Mumbai. So with this advantage of strong internet background, recently I would say that the Airtel Nexra, they have proposed to invest in the data centers in Tripura.
Okay.
Under our data center policy. So likewise we are getting different proposals, and also we are also using this network advantage to ensure that the strong network backbone is ensured in across all government offices.
Right. Thank you, sir. Another is from Navneet Sharma. He says, what are the biggest cultural and administrative hurdles when moving from a traditional office to a paperless e-office system?
So I don't say any disadvantages is there. The paperless office has more advantage to ensure that the entire administrative workflow has been more disciplined, and it has been more mm, the decision making process has been completely made more faster, and the main benefit of this is the entire service delivery mechanism across the administration and across the state. It has been completely reimagined, and the present working system has added more advantages than I think nil. I don't see any disadvantages in going for a paperless ecosystem.
Right.
I prefer that paperless ecosystem should be ensured to make the governance more proactive, secure, and reliable and scalable.
Right, sir. So Tapas is asking, I am a tech student. Are there any opportunities in Tripura to work on real government tech projects?
Yes, the purpose of NGN was the very purpose of NGN was this aspect. We want to pull in these technical students, technical talents, and bring them onboarded into the digital governance, either through startups or to we have a developer team. They can join as a developers, and if they have an idea, we'll help them to make sure that the idea is commercialized. And we have an ITS policy also. If they wanted to have a support in terms of establishing a company, those aspects also we can help.
Okay. Nilansh is asking that will students get internships or exposure through the incubation and innovation park?
Yes, we are already having an internship programs running. As a part of that, we had a internship program structured in our cyber security policy also. Through our startup policy also, we'll be having internship programs. The concern who is willing to do it, please mail us. We'll ensure that the required internship which you are expecting, that will be given through our directorate.
Right. The next question is from CN Sort. Explain the features of e-district services in Tripura.
So e-district is it's a service delivery platform which was developed by NIC. So that is being running around 50 plus services are going on. So to further improvise and strengthen, the Unati platform is being developed by the state.
Right. The next is from Preeti. She says, how can young developers contribute to solutions being built by the government?
Like I told, during the cyber security awareness months or some innovation challenges, we used to pitch the hackathons, smartathons, and other different innovation challenges. So the aspiring students, citizens can participate over there and showcase your talent. And if it is found feasible, we'll try to work with you on it.
Great. Sumanji is asking, are there any platforms where startups from Tripura can showcase their ideas to investors?
So that is in progress. Shortly we'll be coming up a platform.
Okay. Official Suhani Verma asks, which apps and digital initiatives are available in Tripura to assist the general public, and what service do they offer?
So like I told, the BMS you can check. The Unati is coming on.
Okay.
So these are the state's own platforms. The remaining Government of India's platform, OMAN, can be checked.
All right. We'll take some last couple of questions, sir. Another one is, how does the creation of specialized IT post, 330 specialized IT post, reduce the transaction cost of administrative digital transformation?
So to put it in a word, like IT department was acting as a nodal department for eGovernance initiatives across the state. With the digital advancement the state is moving forward, every department was requiring a technical IT professional in their department to have a real-time monitoring and real-time updation on the application whichever they are developing. So to address that challenge, the IT cadre has been proposed, where around 220 different IT professionals will be placed across different departments to further strengthen the digital ecosystem which has already been created in the state.
Right. Sir, Sunita ji is asking, is the government supporting research or innovation in areas like AI, cybersecurity or data in any way?
Yes, under the Tripura cybersecurity policy, we have a component where R&D in cybersecurity has been incentivized to some certain figures. आप एक बार चेक कर दीजिए हमारा cyber security 2.0
policy. The last question, sir, I'll take. How can someone from a non-tech background benefit from these digital initiatives?
Like people can have their skills upgraded. Even from non-CSE and IT background, people used to get themselves upgraded in the present emerging technologies and like AI, data analytics and other thing. And you can participate in the innovation challenges, awareness campaigns, whichever we are giving. So those are the modes of engagement which we propose to different aspiring individuals to get collaborated with the department or the government to act in a collaborative way to find a solution for a local or local problem which we are facing.
Right. Thank you so much, sir. Thank you for sharing such great insights with us. Friends, I thank to you also a very big thanks for making this program a success. You asked such wonderful questions that we also came to know about all the IT initiatives and the best practices being followed in the state. Tripura is clearly building a digital future that is inclusive, efficient and forward looking. Now is the time that I come to announcing the names of our Digital India Question Ninjas. So the Digital India Question Ninjas are Sunita, Popcorn M4K and Sandhya Suryavanshi. I congratulate all three of you for winning this Digital India Question Ninja reward. Please remember to send your details on our official email ID askourexperts.negd@digitalindia.gov.in. Email us your name, the question you asked, the address where you want your reward to be sent and the phone number. The email ID is also written on your screen. You kindly note down the correct email ID. If you have missed any part of this show, you can revisit this link on which you are watching the program right now. Our conversation will be live there on the Digital India official YouTube channel within this link. You can share this link with your friends and other known people who can benefit and who hail from Tripura or are planning to go to Tripura, because आज बहुत सी ऐसी बातें हमारे शो के दौरान डिस्कस की गई हैं जो त्रिपुरा के वासियों के लिए काफ़ी बेनिफिशियल होंगे. आप डिजिटल इंडिया से रिलेटेड और इनिशिएटिव्स के बारे में अगर जानना चाहते हैं तो आप हमारी ऑफिशियल वेबसाइट्स के ऊपर जा सकते हैं. हमारी ऑफिशियल वेबसाइट्स है www.digitalindia.gov.in and www.negd.gov.in. NEGD से मेरा मतलब है नेशनल ई गवर्नेंस डिवीजन, the organization within the Ministry of Electronics and IT that organizes this show Digital India Ask Our Experts. So until next time, keep asking, keep learning, and I'll meet you again with next episode of Digital India Ask Our Experts. तब तक के लिए नमस्कार.